BassResinator here. I am going to do a 3D bloom, actually a couple of them. This is going to be a multi-layer bloom because I tried daffodils, but if you think about the flower, there's a center, for lack of a better word, barrel set of petals. It looks like a tube. And so that's what I'm going to do with this pour. And then the next pour, I'm going to do the outer petals. Well, I had one of those little sticks. There it is, right there. I don't want very much white in the middle. Because it's just a small area I'm going to be doing. So there is, whoa, stay. I'm going to be using this Resin yellow, not shimmering, just regular yellow. And I'm going to see if I can get enough for at least 4. These are thick molds, so I have plenty of room. This resin was already at 95 degrees, so I think that's plenty warm enough. Maybe I have enough for one more. Well, it looks like it's got a spot of something in there. A little tape. No, that's underneath. Okay, cool. And I put this through the vacuum chamber, so it should be free from bubbles, except for me pouring this last one in. I poured it real fast and some bubbles on the top. I'm using T-Expert glossy resin for this. I'm looking around the edges. I do not see any bubbles around the edges. Don't know if this has any sediment in it like the shimmering ones do, but I'm taking care of that just to be on the safe side. Put a couple drops in the middle. Hopefully they're in the middle. And then I'm using Julie Cut's Bloom paste. Come on now. I don't like the way that's going on with this. Let me use a different device. I don't know if a dotting tool would go down easier. I'm going to use this silicone brush here. And I have a rehearsal tonight, so I'm going to go, I'll do this, and then I'll come back, and hopefully it'll have had enough time to cure up enough to where I can do the next layer. Now usually the center area does not bloom well, so I don't expect much to happen here. So we'll see what we'll see. But as long as we have this shape of that tube, that's all that matters. Well, in my mind, that's all that matters. Well, there's some kind of blooming going on right there. Almost looks like a halo type of an effect. Okay, I'm not going to do any more with white. Actually, I lied. I'm going to put 3 little dots in the middle to act as those pistils and stamens of the flower. Don't expect this to do much. But as long as they're there, that's all that matters. Okay, now I'm done. And that last little bit of white I will put in a mold that I have sitting here, right here, which is full of a bunch of other colors, so it doesn't matter. It's just a receptacle, and then I'll end up having another ring holder. Okay, I'll come back to you later on. Back from rehearsal, and I'm just checking to make sure we're on screen. These actually did bloom a little bit, which is kind of cool. Let me mix up my white. I'm going to use a little bit more white this time. And this resin is already at 98, so I need to get it poured in there. That center actually bloomed in. Usually it doesn't do that type of stuff that close to the middle, but it worked, so that's cool. And I like the little shape that it gave. There's the ring, but then there's also this little like starburst effect on it, which is cool looking. And if I have a little bit of clear left over, I'm going to try something in this last piece. I do have a little bit left over. Okay, I don't know if I'll have enough. Okay. Now I have about 3/4 of an ounce in here. So I'm going to put 2 drops. 1, 2. And then when I do this, there'll be a little bit left on the top. And I'll wipe that off on the stick. So I'll have like 2.5 drops. Okay. And then I've got my piping bag over there. Oh, you can't see it, right? It's right. Excuse me. Crazy. Sinus infection will not go away. But I am on an antibiotic. Okay, let's see how. You know what I'm thinking about doing? No, you don't. I have some. Well, it's going to take a little while to get to that. Have a drop of white alcohol ink I'll put in there. Maybe that'll help get a little bit more color, but not too much weight. There. And that's from Brie Reese. They're going to be very pale. What else do I do? I'll put another drop of this alcohol. I don't want to go the heavy paste. But I just don't want to have severe blobbing. Okay, that's going to have to do for color, for the white. Put that stick there because I will come back to it. What was I going to do? Right there. Okay, now 5 petals on daffodils. Okay. I'll get that white, this in here. Get my skizzers ready. I have a little clippy here. That keeps that extra from getting in the way. I cut off a big chunk. Hope I can control it. Okay. Go out, 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 out. A little bit in here. Out, 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 out. A little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Hopefully that'll bloom. Out. A little bit in there. Smiley face. Okay, now these little blobby areas, what I want to do, spread them out a little bit, but they're already blooming, which is kind of cool. But in here in the middle, I want to whirl around that center area where I had the throat earlier, so that it'll accentuate the throat. That's what I'm wanting to do. Well, there's that. That's kind of cool. Bloom, baby, bloom. May have to hit that with a little bit of heat. Okay, with the rest of this white, I'm gonna try. Don't know if it'll work. Can't hurt to try though. I got this left over. See if I can get lacing going on. Using every bit of that. There we go. Cool. Get that little piece of plastic that I cut off. I'll get it in a bit. Now, go around the edge. Make sure I don't have any bubbles along that. The outer limit. Now, we'll try this. Who knows if this will work or not? Don't know, but we're going to try. Usually with the lacing, it needs textured edge, either a live edge or a convoluted, like a flower petal. Okay, now there are some bubbles here. Loosen them up. Just touch them a bit to release them. Now this resin had already gotten kind of warm, so I don't know if it's going to move or not. Here, I got that little piece of plastic. Just got to be smarter than the average bear. Okay, now put some yellow on there since I have it. Go with the same type of pattern. And we'll see what happens. That was blooming nicely. Now they're all starting to go. What I'm trying to do with these daffodils is give it that depth, because that cone part of the daffodil itself sticks up half an inch, and the petals are down lower, so that's what I'm trying to match. Boy, just going over with that heat gun brought all kinds of little tiny bubbles to the top. I'm really liking the shape of these petals with that little thingy in the middle. Don't know if it's going to be blobbing or not, but hope for the best. I have some citrine here, yellow citrine. Maybe I'll put a couple pieces down in there. Problem with this is I put it in and it melds. No, I better not do that. It's very difficult to see. I have some little crystals here. White, gold, or silver. It's kind of silvery gold. I think I'll go with that. There. Now we got a center to that. Oh, that's a hair. I was like, what is going on with that? There. Got that hair off. Well, this is actually, maybe I came up with the right concoction on the white for lace to happen. That'd be cool. Okay, I will come back later. Well, these cured up overnight, And this, I put some metallic alcohol ink on the top. Just, I don't know. I was trying to help fill that middle because that white wasn't coming in far enough. But we'll see when it goes. But these bloomed very well, which makes me very hopeful. Okay, I'm going to put in a back layer, and I'm using Tropical Glitz, of course. This one is called Sea Breeze. Look at that holographic blue. And then I'm going to mix it also with black onyx. So we end up coming up with that color. So I'm going to pour in enough to where I can get a backing, and then if I have more, I will fill them up, because these molds still have a lot of room in them. Like I said, they're a deep mold. Oy. I'll get... And I'll even get this, whatever we're calling this, lace trial. Okay. Have enough for all of those to do that. So 5 daffodils and 1 laceodil. Look, this one doesn't have as much, so I will put... This almost looks like deep space. That's cool. I hope it really brings out the colors of those daffodil blossoms, blooms. Now I stirred and stirred and stirred and scraped the sides, so I'm not having a problem scraping the side to get this extra little bit of extra out. Okay, I'll let that be enough, and then I will clean that out after a bit. And I got lots of bubbles because when I put those metal flake in, yeah. So I think the best way to deal with these bubbles is to get it with the alcohol, the isopropyl. Boy, you hit this stuff with the alcohol and it just causes that metal flake to just go. And it would do just that noise, okay? So just in case you didn't know, is the noise of the sparkle happening. Okay, now we just wait for it to cure up. We'll see ya. Okay, these are cured, and while they were in their thing, I thought, yeah, I might as well just put those little thingies on there now. Save some time afterwards. Not all centered, but they're on the bottom. That's nobody really cares. Okay, this is the one that is the attempt at lacing with very hot resin, because it had already gotten too hot for the others, so we'll see what happened. No clue. Well, there's some lacing that took place. There's also, I don't know what right there. It's kind of pretty. I'll zoom in on him after I get all the rest of them out. Okay, starting over here on this side. Oh, whoa. Okay, that's a daffodil. I don't care who you are. That is a daffodil. Hoo, 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 hoo. I've tried to get the shape of the daffodil, and I had done that, but I hadn't gotten that depth. Oh, there's another beauty. Look at that. And that black and blue. Black and blue. I beat that flower black and blue. Really causes it to pop out. Man, that is pretty. I'll just do all of them along the side here, huh? Wow. You know, I think I have conquered the technique of the daffodil in 3D form. Man. That is just, yikes-a-roni, that is pretty. Look at that. Okay. Let's set that over there. Put these all here. Goodness. Got to get over this. I got a concert next week. Got to perform. Got to have all my voice. Okay. I'll take it off I'll pause it and I'll take it off and I'll come down for a zoomy in look. Here we go. If that made you sick, sorry, I zoomed in super fast. But I wanted you to see. That's that whitish part is that center ring. The little stalk of the flower that sticks up. But yeah. Let's go up to this next one. Yep. Next one over. Yep. Can't see those little dots that I put in the middle. But that's okay. Because these are just... And then here is this thing. You can see some of the lacing. It started to, but I tell you, it was already well over 100 degrees when I poured it in here. So I really didn't expect much, but you know, it's pretty. And then we have the last one. Let me zoom back out now. Okay, I'll take these outside so I can get them in a natural setting. But man, these are really pretty. Yep. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit when I get outside. Okay, I'm out here. A little bit of sun. But I wanted you to see it with greenery around it. These are just really, really, really pretty. And even that one, if I zoom in a little bit more, you can see the lacing trying to take effect. Just didn't quite make it. But boy, those blooms came out really nice. Daffodils on parade. Yeah. Have I unlocked the secret of daffodils in 3D? Gotten awfully close. Let me know what you think. Okay, if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. If you're not, sign up. It's free. And when you do sign up, click that little bell so that you'll be notified anytime I do something new. Watch this. I'm outside with my new 3D blooms right next to a whole bunch of other blooms. Woohoo! Little primroses in the yard. Okay. Stick around for the stills and I'll see you for another one. Let me zoom out right there. Bye.